let's bring in our financial gurus to dispense some advice here. Steve Forbes, chairman and editor-in-chief of Forbes Media, and Chris Hogan, radio talk show host, author, and personal finance expert. Chris, you've been listening to these stories tonight from our business owners, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Vermont. Right, you know, we're kind of focused in that part of the country for no good reason, but just, you know, those are places that are still subject to these pretty draconian lockdown orders. What do you do when you're in a situation like this? Is it civil disobedience? Is it lawsuits, or, you know, just pray at this point?
Well, Laura, what you see with all three of these business owners are people that are fighting to survive. These business owners are very serious about their business. These aren't hobbies. This is how they're serving their customers. This is how they're providing for their families. And so they need the opportunity to be able to push forward. And the road to recovery doesn't happen sitting and hiding. It's about us moving forward clearly and being aware, taking precautions. As the gentleman said up north, they're doing everything they can to keep people safe when they come in. We need that right to be able to move forward in this country.
Steve Forbes, you got the sense today from the president that he's just about done with these draconian lockdown orders. He sees the real hunger in the American people to get back to work safely. I love Frank's story, the immigrant story, hard work. It reminds me of my mom's stories about her parents, and just that ethic of, I want to get out there and work. I don't want to sit at home and watch Netflix and wait for a check. I want to be out there working. And that's the story of America. And what about all these immigrant businesses now? Where do they go, Steve, unless we start giving people confidence to get back in?
Well, that's why the pressure, whether it's civil disobedience, going after your representatives and the like, petitioning, has got to be done. We already know. We've seen it in Florida. We've seen it in Georgia, Colorado, which has a Democrat governor, but he used to do businesses before. He knows no revenue, you don't survive. So we got to keep this opening going with deliberate speed. We know it can be done safely. We've seen it in actual practice. And the other two things, by the way, the federal government can do is provide liability protection when these businesses open. They don't get harassed by lawsuits, frivolous lawsuits. And the other thing they can do is suspend the payroll tax. So when you hire somebody, you pay them, the cost of labor is less, they earn more. Win-win all around. And one other thing, Laura, that I'm surprised at the federal government hasn't done is the Treasury Department's kept on these ridiculous restrictions on getting loans from the PPP program. Like 75% of your money has to go for payroll. The fact of the matter is, for a lot of businesses, utilities, rent are the biggest expenses. Treasury can throw out those dumb rules right now. I don't know why they don't do it. So all of the above, you pray, you fight, you get out there, and you pressure, and the demonstrations work. New Jersey wouldn't have gone as far as it did, which is almost nowhere, if people hadn't gone out and started to do these demonstrations. We've seen it in other parts of the country, too.
Yeah, and our business owners, guys, have some specific questions for our economic money gurus, so I'm going to open it up now. Nick, let's go to you first. Nick, what's your question?
So a lot of business owners have IRAs or 401ks, and we are not getting the funding that we should get. This is supposed to be 8 weeks long, and the PPP money is supposed to last for 8 weeks. Now we're on, what, 10 weeks longer, maybe 2 months, 3 months? If we pull from our 401ks and our IRAs, what kind of penalties are going to be waived, if they're going to be waived? And then are we going to be tax exempt possibly for that?
Chris, why don't you handle that?
Yes. Well, with the CARES Act, what they did was they lifted the 10% penalty on that, but you're still going to be liable for the taxes over a 2-year period. So pulling money out of there right now, there's nothing in place to shield you at all. You would still have to pay the taxes on it over a 2-year period of time. And so, guys, I know as you look at your business and you're thinking, okay, we are ready to open, we're trying to do whatever's necessary. I just want to caution you, as you do that, essentially you're pulling from the future to take care of the present. So you want to be really mindful. I tell people there are 2 reasons to touch retirement funds. That's to prevent a foreclosure or to prevent a personal bankruptcy. So be really mindful of that as you walk this path.
Let's go to Frank now. Frank, of course, in the restaurant business. Frank, you have a question about capacity to Steve Forbes.
I want to know, Steve, how I'm supposed to pay 100% of my bills with only 25% of the occupancy that the government is telling me that I'm supposed to do with 6 feet separation.
Well, first of all, we know it's 3 feet is good rather than 6 feet. And second, this micromanaging, nitpicking 25%, 32.3% is ridiculous. They're arbitrary numbers. It should be what you can safely do. And you make the judgment and let people judge if they think a place is safe and unsafe. We now know we, the elderly, are more vulnerable. If you have certain conditions, you're more vulnerable. Trust the people. The information is out there. You post the information. You provide the masks, although I'm sure you're finding ways to allow us to eat and have the mask nearby. But these arbitrary numbers are just nonsense. They should be gotten rid of. Use your judgment, and the people will make the decision, is this safe or unsafe? You got to have revenue.
No, you got to have, I think the idea of measuring feet, and then I saw something yesterday, guys, where it's really 18 feet. I kid you not. There was a video on one of our cable competitors. It's like, well, it's really 18 feet. I mean, next week it'll be a mile, then you can still get COVID. All right, EW.
Laura,
hold on, Chris. We got to get EW in because he's not going to get his question. EW, I want to make sure you speak up because your little Skype was a little low last time. So, EW, you have a question. Go ahead, my friend.
Sure. If states are required to provide compensation for the taking or effective taking of a business or property through regulation for the benefit of everyone else, in this case, public safety is what we've been told, why is that not happening?
We'll go to, who wants to take that of the gurus? I guess, Chris, you take it.
Well, I don't know, to be honest with you. I think right now what you have on the government side is there's a lot of trying to figure this out on the move. You got to remember, this is brand new, EW. We've never seen anything like this from a pandemic situation. We have seen situations where we've had tough times. 9/11, Y2K, the Great Recession of 07 and 09. So these states, all these governors, remember, are operating autonomously. They can make some decisions. And so I don't know. I think if I'm you, I'm putting pressure on my state reps. I'm going to go have meetings to find out what are they doing to help. Right now, what they've done is given you a lot of restrictions and prevented you from providing for your family.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to just, let me just jump in there because I will say this. Hold on. I will say this. Creative lawyers can come up with good causes of action, and you're on the right track, EW, with talking about a takings. If you're taking people's livelihood, you must compensate them on the other side, and I think you're thinking the right way. All you CEOs, small businesses, medium-sized, get together and put pressure legislatively through lawsuits and so forth, and you're going to be in good stead. All of you, great to see you. Keep up the good fight. And